To make your brown paper bag snowflake, here's what you're going to need. You're going to need at least 7 or 8 brown paper bags, a pencil, some scissors, and some glue. Now I'm going to use a hot glue gun just because that glue dries the fastest. However, if you don't have a hot glue gun, you can just use Elmer's glue. You'll just have to wait for the glue to dry. I'm also going to use some double stick tape today, and then I've got some string for hanging. You can use any type of string that you might have at home, and I have a hole punch, but if you don't have a hole punch, I'll show what you can do instead. First thing that you're going to do is count out your paper bags. I would recommend using 7 or 8 bags for this. I'll do one with 7 bags and one with 8 bags so that you can see the difference. I'm gonna take my stack of bags and I'm going to glue them together. And the way that I'm going to do this is I'm gonna take my first bag on the top with the flap side down, and I'm going to glue an upside down T on my paper bag. Now I'm going to take my second bag and place it again, flap side down, right on top of that first one. Now I'm going to repeat my steps until my entire stack is glued together. I have my stacks of bags glued together and the glue is dry. Because I used hot glue, it's going to be ready for this next step immediately. If you used Elmer's glue, I would recommend waiting about an hour for it to dry before moving on to this next step. What I'm going to do now is design my snowflake. I would recommend not adding any designs below this flap, otherwise they're going to be very difficult to cut out because of how thick it is here. So for this one, I'm going to make a pointy edge. For this one, I'm going to make it a little bit more rounded so that you can see 2 examples of possible designs. I would not cut super deep into the center. I'm going to keep my designs maybe about 1/3 of the way in or so. Now that I have my design cut out, what I'm going to do is add my double stick tape all over just to the front side of my paper bag snowflake. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my snowflake, I'm going to turn it on its side, and I'm going to put one of my hands in the paper bag that's on the top, the one with the tape on it, and my other hand is going to go in the bag that is on the very bottom. And I'm just going to join my hands together and press the 2 sides of the paper bag. Now your snowflake is done, but we're going to add some hanging string. So we're going to find the 2 sides that we just taped together, and you can use a hole punch to hole punch a hole for some hanging string. If you don't have a hole punch, you can simply bend the tip of the snowflake over like so, and then snip a little hole like this. Perfect. And now you've got a little hole for your string. Take my string or my twine and feed it through the hole and then tie a knot at the top. And here are the final products. So the one on the left side and the one on the right side, I used 8 paper bags, and the one in the center just used 7 paper bags.